Hello and welcome to the AFL Auto Blend 3D car creation channel. This is the next in the Blender 2.92 tutorial series of a 1905 Star Gordon Bennett racing car. In this episode we'll be doing the engine shroud, which if I slide these along I'll show you. So it's this cylindrical object here and here, and if we look at the side view of the blueprint, so press 3, you can see it's here, it goes down to here and then goes and terminates on this line here. Okay, so before we do that though, it was pointed out on my last episode by Joe, and he's 100% correct, that I missed off the applying the vertex group to the shrink wrap modifier on the radiator surround. So here we go, so click into that, and as you can see there's this option here, vertex group. We've already created the group in there, I think we had anyway. No, we hadn't. Oh, I got the wrong object. Right, we'd already created the group in there, which is essentially all the vertices in that. So we go to the modifier, click on there and choose group. So that's now assigned. So the shrink, whatever we do now, the shrink wrap modifier will work. Anyway, let's get into the next bit. So for this, all we need is the chassis rails. So highlight the chassis rails, press Ctrl and I, and then hide everything else. So we go into front view. And what I want to do is from here, I'm gonna do it from here actually. I'm gonna press Shift and right mouse and set the cursor here. I'm going to press Shift and A, make sure we're in object mode, Shift and A, and I'm going to add in a mesh cylinder. So a mesh cylinder. Okay, so we need to rotate that. So rotate, and first off we've got 32 vertices. I can't see any reason to change that. So we're going to rotate it 90. So R90. Go into front view, go into tab into edit mode, press Z and go into wireframe. Right. So we only want the bottom half. We only want the bottom half of the cylinder. So press B, range select, go across to there, highlight those, and press X and delete the vertices. Now press A to select everything. Now we're going to hide the visibility of the blueprints for now. So scroll up and hide the visibility of the blueprints. And I'm going to go into solid mode so we can see what we're actually doing. Okay, right, so I'm going to scale it in the X, so press S, X, and scale all the way in to here. And I'm going to scale in the, let's make sure we're in global view. So I'm going to scale in the Z now, so S, Z. So right, let's make this the active element. So let's click on active element, click. So scale in the Z and bring it all the way up to around about there. Turn the blueprints back on, press 3. Let's see where we are. Let's move this back. Okay, so we're roughly there. So I want to scale it in the Y, so S and Y. Move that across to about there. And then just go into wireframe mode, just pick these vertices up. So B, range select, select these and drag them across to about there. Okay, so that's where we are now. So we want to scale this in the Z. So click there and there. To get active element, go there and press S and Z. Let's scale it down to here. And we need a loop cut in here, so press Ctrl and R, drag it across to here. We want another one here, and do likewise, so S and Z, and scale that down to there. Then highlight this whole range, so press Alt and select, make that the active element, and press S and Z, and there. So we've got our rough shape. I'll take the blueprints away again for a second. Right, so we've got our rough shape here. Press 3. Let's have a look where the vertices are for this top line. So press Alt on here. Okay, so this one needs to come up. So this instance we'll press Alt and select that range, select the bottom one as the active element and scale up, so SZ, sorry, and scale it up to about there. Okay, so we've got this one a little bit lower. So press Z, solid, let's have a look, see how it looks. Okay, that doesn't look too bad at all. We need to face up the back to have a... so select all of those and press F. So it gives us a... and we need to add a subdivision surface to this. Now let's do the front bit first. So let's select these, this, and then press F again. And now we're going to tab into object mode and add in a subdivision surface modifier. So we've got that there. Control and R here and bring that up close to the end. I'm going to surround these. We want a bit of an edge, but not a sharp edge. So drag these in to here. Likewise with this one, drag it across. This one, drag it across, and then we want one on the end here. Control R and take that close to the end. Okay, tab into object mode and that's our basic shape. Object, shade smooth. Let's bring back the blueprints 3 and let's have a look at this. Let's go into wireframe. Okay, I think that needs to be a little bit shallower at the front, so I'm going to hold this, drag this in, and I'm going to scale that on the Z just a little bit. So SZ, but make that one the active element at the top there. So SZ, just drag that up a little bit to there. So let's have a look at the front. So look at this image first. See where we need to be with that. Press Z, solidify, hide the blueprints again, go into edit object mode and go Alt and H and bring everything back. How's this looking? Right. So looking at this, the front bit needs to be scaled in a bit. So select that object, tab into edit mode, tab into edit mode, right. Go into side view, go into wireframe mode, select, so press B, range select across there, get those, go into front view, and let's scale this, and we'll do this in boundary box, so bounding box, let's scale in the Z, so in the X, SX, and scale it into about there. And I think this line needs to come down a bit. So what we got here. So this line from here right, let's go into local view just a second. So press front slash, that's it, and get that. Right, we need some more definition here. Probably got too many vertices actually. Right, okay, I'm going to mirror it. So go into front view, Z into wireframe. I'm going to select all of these and delete them. So X and delete them. Tab into object mode, and let's add a mirror modifier. Enable clipping and move it to the top of the list of modifiers. Tab into edit mode. Let's see what we've got. Okay. So press number 1, keypad 1, and press Z, solidify, solid mode. Let's have a look where we are. Right, okay. Right, so what I'm going to do is to grab this vertex, go into front view, I'm going to extrude it all the way to the center. So E and X all the way till it locks. I'm going to choose this one, this one, and press F, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to put 7 vertices in. Control and R, scroll up on your middle mouse until you get 7 cuts, and then I'm going to face all these up. So press F, then choose those and press F. Wrong one. So choose that and that, then press F all the way along the line. Okay. So if we had 6, we'd probably have a quad. So I'm going to go back a few stages. Right, so Control R, and scroll up till we got 6 cuts. There we go. So this one, this one, this one, and press F. Select these two and press F all the way to the end. So that gives us a quad at the end. Okay, so now we need this. Need to bring this in. So press Z, wireframe, B, range select these, 1, and we're going to scale this in. So S, X, and scale it towards here. So what I'm going to do is select these two, I'm going to scale towards the cursor. So go up here, choose 3D cursor, and then we're going to choose all of these, so all of those, make sure everything is in. Okay, so we're going to scale in the X, we need these as well. So press C and just run across here and select everything in that line. Okay, press C again, press escape. Now press S and X. That's better. So let's have a look, see where we are with this. Press solid. Let's bring back everything. So Alt and H, bring back everything. No, press / to go into. Right. So how's that looking? Might need to come in a bit more. So S and X. So about there, looks better. Okay. So we're there with that. Now we've got this little detail here, this little circle here, which is part of this. So what I'm going to do is choose this, go into edit mode, and I'm going to zoom in to here, and I'm going to select from here let's minimize subdivision for now. I'm choosing from here to here. Okay, I'm going to press Shift and D to copy that, return P and separate selection. Right, so tab, let's try to choose that one I've just created, wherever it is. So hide that, there we go, there it is. Okay, select that, and followed by this, press Ctrl and J and join them. Okay, let's just press Ctrl and I and hide everything else. That's our template basically. So we go there, front view, and press Z to go into wireframe mode. Right, okay. So we need to follow this line down here. Okay, so I'm going to press GG and move that down to match that. Press this, GG, move this down to match that. And this one, GG, move down. So we've got our little shape there. So I'm going to press L and hover over this I've created and press X and delete it. Go into front view again, press Z, go into solid. So that's our shape. Now what I want to do is to put an edge loop around there. So I'm going to select all of these. First off, I'm going to extrude this one across. So E and X all the way to the middle. These two, and press F to join. I'm going to select that. I'm going to select from here to here to here and press F. Now I'm going to press I to create a loop, but what we need to do is to click in here and tick boundary box. We don't want it boundary. We don't want it on the boundary. Okay. So go into face select mode. Select that face. Press X and delete face. Okay. So we've now got some detail around that curve. Okay. So front view. Let's bring back everything. So press Alt and H and bring back everything. Oh, we're in edit mode. So go into object mode, press Alt and H, bring everything back, and press Z, go into solid mode. Whenever it does it. Okay, so that's our engine shroud. So we'll just go into and give it a texture, which I'm going to give it a steel texture. And there we are. There's our engine shroud. Okay. So the next episode I'll create the middle part of that. There's a detail there, middle part, and we'll move on from that. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye.